All right, let's jump back outside for another live look at the sweltering heat today. It feels more like, honestly, it feels more like July than May. So Pat Kavlin back. Pat, asking for myself here, any chance we could possibly get some rain to help cool things off?
No, I think, all the rain that we were going to see for the next week or so came this weekend. Yeah, so hot and humid here as we get into Mother's Day. 95 the forecast. That's going to put us within striking distance of the record of 96. Not going to feel quite as bad tomorrow, only around 100 instead of 100 to 105 like we saw today, but we're splitting hairs. It's going to be unseasonably hot. Winds are still out of the south, so it's keeping the humidity up. So even though these temperatures down by the coast are in the 80s, it feels more like the 90s. Feels like it's 100 at Bush. Same for Katy, 98 Tomball. Feels like 101 in Brenham right now and 100 up towards Cleveland. These numbers will eventually come down. But if you think it's hot here, check out the numbers out in South Texas and West Texas. 101 for San Antonio right now, 99 for Kennedy. Laredo at 106. They broke a record today of 107. The old record was 106. They hit 107 today. Llano, Texas also breaking an all-time record for the month of May. The records don't go back far, but still a lot of records falling across the area. And up in Amarillo, they also broke a record, that one going back to the 1870s. So all of Texas seeing big-time heat. The reason why we're seeing so much heat, in part, is just because we don't have any clouds out there. Now, the reason why we didn't break any records today, with the exception of Galveston, they tied a record, but Bush and Hobby did not break records today because we started off with a lot of cloud coverage, and it took a little bit for that cloudy weather to burn off. I think that's going to be the case again as we get into tomorrow. So through this evening, heat index values hanging in the upper 90s to lower 100s through about sunset. Then the numbers drop. As we get into tomorrow, the feels like temperatures, the heat index values are back to the upper 90s to low 100s. We're not going to, again, see widespread low 100-degree heat index values tomorrow, but still these numbers are brutally hot, especially for May. So if you have anything planned for Mom, either keep it inside or limit your time outdoors, just because with the humidity in play, it is going to feel brutal out there. And then the numbers come down again as we get into the overnight. So 95, the forecast high temperature for tomorrow. The record is 96. Then we're down to 93, 92, and 90 as we get into the middle of the week. So the numbers do come back down through Wednesday, but by Thursday, they're on the way back up again as we get into the end of the week. So here's a look at future track for this evening. Here come the clouds through the overnight. Temperatures back to the 70s. We have a high launching point tomorrow, mid-70s with all that cloud coverage. By late morning, the clouds burn off. By the afternoon, we're back into the 90s. 93 Houston, 95 Tomball, 96 for Conroe, but a lot cooler down by the coast. But don't be fooled, because that cooler weather comes with a lot of humidity as well. A lot of clouds then as we get into Monday morning, and then we do it again for the afternoon with high temperatures back into the 90s. So there's the 7-day forecast for Mother's Day. 95, the record's 96. We settle back to the low 90s through the middle of the week, but we're back to the mid-90s again by Friday, and not a drop of rain in sight until next weekend as that ridge of high pressure hangs on.